Hello, Heathens, and welcome to Season 2. So, today, this is going to be a shorter episode because I didn't have the time to really make a script or talk about a certain subject, anything like that. So, let's take the time to talk a bit about the project, talk a bit about myself, and what you can expect from this new season. So, let's talk about that, shall we? First things first. I some of you know that I had a German project for about 2.5 years, and this project got a bit not really cancelled, but my partner that I did the project with just buggered out and didn't felt it anymore. So it was on ice for the past, I think, 6 to 9 months, so for a long time. And in the meanwhile, I started the Blótcast and started to talk about heathen topics in English. And now I received last week the golden key to my old project, the Pagan Podcast again. And I was really struggling what to do with the Blótcast and what to do with Pagan Podcast or with podcasting in general, I think. And I decided to keep them both and use them both or make content for both of those projects in the future. The Pagan Podcast project will be delayed a bit because I will focus more on interviews with German-speaking persons of interest about the subjects, and the Blótcast will still be like my own little project where I talk about my own stuff, own subjects, own thoughts about subjects and stuff like this. And I will keep the 2-week upload interval, and everything will be exactly like in the first season. And why do I have not a script ready for the newest episode today? Because I had to make an episode for the Pagan Podcast again and got all the account information from the different tools and sites we were using, and that took a bit of time. And of course, I had to make an announcement episode for the Pagan Podcast, and it was released just yesterday. So I didn't have much time for the Blótcast, especially because I was sick for the last 3 weeks. I think you could hear that my voice is not at 100% at the moment. So give me a few more days to recover perfectly. But I think in 2 weeks' time, I will be back in perfect shape. So what are we going to do with the season 2 of the Blótcast? So last season, I talked a lot about personal stuff. The last episodes were about a goddess and the winter and the celebration. And I know I forgot or skipped past one of the important celebrations of the year. It's Imbolc. It was on the 1st of February, if you are celebrating it true to the calendar. And maybe I will do an episode next time about it, just to have all the holidays in one fell swoop. So when you are celebrating these holidays, that you can just revisit the episodes and listen to them. So I think I will do that first, just to be exact and be 100% about this, because all of these 8 holidays are very important. And so I think I will do Imbolc next time. And there will be a few more holidays to celebrate in the next months. So these will always be a topic in the season 2. But the majority of the episodes will talk about the gods. And we'll talk about the Aesir gods, so the Norse mythology gods. And I will talk about Odin first, I think, and then all the major gods, and talk about their lore, about their stories, about their person, about the aspects that are intertwined with them, and yeah, everything there is to know about these specific gods. And maybe I will talk about their enemies in the last fight. So the Aesir gods will perish in the Ragnarök, or most of them will perish in the Ragnarök. And maybe I will talk about their, like, most of the greater gods will have a certain enemy at this last fight, and maybe we'll talk about this enemy as well in these episodes. And I think the season 2 will conglomerate with the Ragnarök, so the end of all times in the Norse mythology. And then I think we can check this whole Norse capital of the Blótcast, and then maybe in season 3 we can start with the Vanir, so the, I think, Celtic gods. And yeah, then I think it's always a great idea to have everything in one in one season, so it's not too overwhelming for the listener. So that's pretty much the idea for season 2. We'll talk about the holidays. We'll talk about the Aesir gods. Odin will be the first one. I think I will talk about Imbolc next time. Imbolc is the fest of spring and the spring celebration, because when you're living in Europe, you will notice that a lot of trees and flowers starts growing and sprouting, and nature is waking up from its deep slumber from the winter. And yeah, I think that's a good topic to start us really off. So excuse me, and excuse my illness and my sickness and all the other troubles that I have right now, for not bringing you a perfectly script this time. But I promise you, in the next episode, I will be perfectly prepared for at least a half an hour episode. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. 7 minutes it is. Not much to talk about at the moment. I wish you all a wonderful week. I wish you all a wonderful day. And as always, when you have an idea about an episode or about a topic I should talk about, please let me know via email, Instagram, or YouTube in the comments. Just write me, and maybe I can fit it in the season 2. And yeah, that's it from me. And as always, in the end, know that you are loved. You are able to love because you are love. See you next episode. Goodbye.